Welcome back to TVB News. There are fresh concerns about the world's largest economy after it posted smaller than expected growth in the fourth quarter of 2013. The U.S. Commerce Department says the American economy expanded at a 2.4% annual rate last quarter. That's down sharply from an estimated 3.2% growth. It's believed consumers were not spending as much as first thought. And analysts believe tough winter weather will further slow growth in the current quarter. But as temperatures go up, they think the economy will do better beginning in the spring.
Mt. Gox, once the world's biggest Bitcoin exchange, filed for bankruptcy protection in Japan yesterday. The company says it lost nearly $500 million worth of the virtual coins due to hacking of its faulty computer system. Wearing a suit rather than his customary T-shirt, the company's French CEO, Marc Carpel, bowed and apologized in Japanese at a news conference. He blamed the collapse on a weakness in the company's system, but predicted the Bitcoin would continue to grow. Mt. Gox's unplugging earlier this week and subsequent bankruptcy has drawn renewed regulatory attention to the currency, created in 2009 as a way to make transactions across borders without third parties such as banks.
Well, not far from Macau is the island of Hung Chin, where oyster farmers squeeze out a modest living. But now the central government has earmarked the area as a special development zone. Zella Chin takes a look at the opportunities that are there.
The island of Hung Chin in Guangdong province has an area of 106 square kilometers, and it's right next door to Macau. It has a population of less than 8,000. In 2009, the State Council approved Hung Chin's development as a place for economic experimentation. To get to Hung Chin, it took us 70 minutes by ferry from Hong Kong to Zhuhai, plus a 30-minute drive to the island. Officials believe when Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge opens in 2016, the commute would be down to 30 minutes.
As you can see, there's not much developed in Hung Chin yet. I'm in the middle of a construction site, which is expected to be the financial district in 2017. Large parts of the island are still being constructed and the infrastructure is being built.
One of the first items built here was a 20 billion yuan Chimelong theme park. It features roller coasters and animals, and there are plans to open all the attractions by June. The chairman of a Hong Kong-listed casino and hotel services company hopes visitors to the theme park would boost his business in Hung Chin. David Chow and 30 small and medium-sized enterprises were the first in Macau to buy a piece of Hung Chin land. The plot is only a block from the Lotus Bridge that links Hung Chin to Macau, 5 minutes away by car. Chow is planning a Portuguese-themed shopping center to attract tourists with an interest in Macau history. Construction starts at the end of March. He considers it a risk-free investment.
We totally trust China is going to support Macau with Hung Chin.
But some have questioned Hung Chin's impact on Macau.
Hung Chin as a theme park tourism, but it won't provide enough money and employment to Macau, the economy of Macau.
Zella Chen, TVB News, Hung Chin.
And for more on the story, tune in to Money Magazine tomorrow at 7 p.m. right here on TVB Pearl.
The Secretary for Commerce and Economic Development has stressed the need to strike a balance between the interests of local people and the benefits generated by tourism. Greg So also said today new hotels planned for the Kai Tak area will be high-end ones to attract high-value customers. The latest budget has included plans for 6 sites near the new Kai Tak cruise terminal that will be used for hotels. Speaking to TVB News today, Secretary for Commerce and Economic Development Greg So said he understands the city has limited capacity for visitors, so it's important to maximize the benefits.
The point is really generating the maximum economic benefit for the Hong Kong people with the limited land resources that we have. So far as the hotels are concerned, these plots of land that we have to make it available with an encumbered sea view of our harbor, I believe it is right to move to a higher end hotel sector in order to draw that kind of visitors.
with growing public sentiment that the city may be getting too crowded and that the cost of living is being pushed up by an influx of wealthy tourists. So said the government is working hard to strike a balance between the pros and cons of boosting tourism.
It is a very difficult issue, but it is what I would call a good problem. A lot of trade or tourist minister that I've seen would love to have more visitors, but just that Hong Kong is what it is. We have limited capacity. We need to balance between the inconvenience that we experience against the economic benefit that it brings to Hong Kong and the particularly employment. It does employ over 250,000 people here in Hong Kong. The livelihood of people are at stake.
On a reshuffle at ATV, So confirmed today the Communications Authority has been notified of the decision to dismiss Executive Director Louis King Bun. He said the free-to-air TV station has the right to change management personnel without the need to explain it to the government. A LegCo Select Committee today continued its investigation into former ICAC chief Timothy Tong's lavish hospitality spending when he was in office. The focus was on a dinner gathering back in 2011. And as Rani Samtani reports, the committee is expected to report on its findings in July.
The scandal involving Timothy Tong's hospitality spending has tarnished the anti-graft body's reputation. Select Committee Vice Chairwoman Sid Ho said the committee will start compiling a report on its investigation next month.
PAC, Public Accounts Committee, look at the cost effectiveness of the public organization. However, the Select Committee would look at the how and the why. And I hope our report could come up with good findings to help the public to rebuild the confidence in the ICAC.
This morning, Tong was drilled about the anti-graft body spending $60,000 on a dinner event in 2011. It was held at the ICAC staff canteen and attended by foreign diplomats. Lawmakers accused Tong of not giving them straight answers.
Please don't beat about the bush. Is it the Ministry of Affairs sent 5 chefs to provide catering service at the ICAC, yes or no? I will give you 2 points, and it will answer you. It may not be the answer you would like to hear, though. This is a large-scale event involving several dozens of countries and the representatives of the highest level, and everything was under the sun.
Lawmakers had previously requested current ICAC Commissioner Simon Pei to provide specific documents to help with their investigation.
All relevant information, statements, and documents cannot be released because it may be prejudice to the investigation and to the person involved. That I don't want to affect the fairness and impartiality of the investigation.
The Select Committee said it expects to complete its report in July, and it did not rule out the possibility that both Timothy Tong and Simon Pei may be called to come back again for further questioning. Rani Samtani, TVB News.
All right, Tony, some good news for Roger Federer then.
Yeah, good news for Roger Federer, not so good for Novak Djokovic, and we'll explain why. A surprise at the Dubai Tennis Championships, Roger Federer defeated defending champion Novak Djokovic to advance to the finals. Jim Sewong has all the highlights.
And that's the news for tonight.
Thanks for watching. Good night.
Everyone, it was cloudy today. There were bright periods during the day. At 5 p.m., a humid maritime airstream was affecting the coastal areas of Guangdong. Today's temperatures range from 18.4 to 22.1 degrees. And the current temperature is 21 degrees Celsius. So, Freddie, how's the weather tomorrow? Mainly cloudy, slightly cooler with coastal fog and a few few rain patches in the morning. Temperatures will range from 17 to 21 degrees. Mainly cloudy with cool mornings in the following few days. Tomorrow's air quality health index will range from low to moderate, and the maximum UV index forecast for tomorrow will be about 5. Now, here's the latest global weather update. Cloudy in Shanghai, showers in Taipei and Xiamen. Showers in Guangzhou and Macau, cloudy in Chengdu. Sunny in Beijing, cloudy in Seoul, showers in Tokyo. Sunny intervals in Bangkok and Manila, sunny in Ho Chi Minh City. Cloudy in Kuala Lumpur, sunny in Singapore, rain in Jakarta. Foggy in New Delhi, showers in Karachi, sunny in Mumbai. Cloudy in Cairo, sunny intervals in Nairobi. Showers in Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne and Auckland. Snow in Toronto, cloudy in New York. Cloudy in Vancouver, showers in San Francisco, rain in Los Angeles. Cloudy in London and Frankfurt, sunny in Paris, showers in Amsterdam, sunny intervals in Zurich. And that's the weather. Have a great evening.